Lapu-Lapu City Public Market. Market is the main public market serving the Poblacion district, the historic heart of Lapu-Lapu City. Heather Tribe. Watch, comments, like, share, subscribe. Scan QR code to subscribe. Where it is. Situated on Geson National Highway in Barangay Poblacion, Mactan Island. Getting there. Easier to find than it looks. Locals are always ready to point you in the right direction. Transportation. If you're coming via jeepney, look for those headed to Punta Ingago with fare around Philippine peso 17 to 20. The market boasts a rich assortment of seafood, meats, vegetables, fruits, eggs, bread, and even cut flowers, in other words. Almost everything for daily living, cooking, and even some unexpected finds. Local eats and street food delights. Don't miss out on ready-to-eat favorites such as puso hanging rice, perfect with barbecue chicken or other grilled meats. You'll find an array of street food like grilled bananas, kikiam, punko, ice cream, and refreshing drinks lining the market and nearby streets. Beyond food, the market isn't just about groceries. Expect dry goods, housewares, clothing, beauty products, boutiques, even money exchange services. UK second-hand clothing stores also pop up, adding a thrift shopping twist. Traffic concerns. Lapu-Lapu City, particularly during rush hours near markets and transportation hubs, can get congested. Cleanliness variability. Some reviewers caution about lingering odors from dried seafood and occasional cleanliness issues. Best to compare quality and packaging, especially for dried goods. Parking facilities. Paid and guarded parking is available, but restroom supplies like tissue paper may be limited. Consider visiting nearby malls if necessary. While stable and reasonable generally, larger food vendors may face store rate hikes, has been a topic of local discussion. Seafood, meats, produce, street food, dry goods, household items, clothing. The Lapu-Lapu City Public Market is far more than just a shopping spot. It's a sensory journey through everyday Filipino life. The hum of morning trade, smoky aromas of barbecue at dusk, the colorful piles of fruits, and the chatter of vendors and shoppers. Whether you're here for provisions or curiosity, it's a place to feel the pulse of Lapu-Lapu. Want me to flesh out certain sections like a walkthrough from entrance to exit? More foodie details, historical context, or vendor interviews? I'm happy to expand on any part or craft a full-length, richly immersive review tailored for explorers and foodies alike. Just let me know. Follow my Facebook profiles and pages. At Ike Quiano Godinez Arboleda profile. At High-End Products page. At Maria Grata Ingrato Liparada profile. At Grace Cheaper Products page. My Facebook groups that I have managed. At Team de Catania Kapan. At friends who like high-end products. Share your thoughts. Comments below. Thanks for watching.